Well, we've got a special treat for you on this Veterans Day. We are meeting with Chris Simmons. He is a former Army paratrooper turned spy catcher. Simmons is considered one of America's most successful spy catchers, having destroyed or crippled the careers of more than 80 spies. He even earned the nickname the Puppet Master for being able to get anything out of anyone. Hopefully won't ask me lots of questions. Chris, good to see you. How are you? It sounds like it's right out of one of my favorite shows, Homeland, on Showtime, What You Do. Talk a little bit about how you became a spy catcher after jumping out of airplanes and helicopters.
Well, it was quite by accident, actually. I started off as a paratrooper, and then to become more professionally developed, I got my second job, which was as the assistant intelligence guy. A couple years later, found myself at spy school, and during our career day, met some guys in suits that said they're counterintelligence, and said their job is to identify and destroy other nations' spy services. That was it. I was good.
You were hooked. You've interrogated more than 700 terrorists.
Absolutely.
What is that like?
It was surreal. And it was a great opportunity and privilege to have served and had the greatest team you'd ever want. And our success rate was 99%. Out of 732 we had in Iraq, only 7 we were unable to get information from. So
wow, I know you did a lot with Cuban spies.
Absolutely.
Tell me what the process is. I mean, if you can, what goes on?
Well, Cuba really fights outside her weight. Cuba feels one of the best spy services in the world, and yet they've got a great propaganda that make everyone think they're not a threat. The reality is they're what we call an intelligence trafficker, and they have their own version of NSA, and so they are stealing our secrets every day and selling them to the highest bidder. So colleagues and I were able to figure out how they worked, what agencies they were going after, and we hunted them down.
What were some of the interrogation techniques you used?
Well, a lot of spies, it's all about ego or revenge. And so once we got inside their head and found out what the motivation was, we had such an encyclopedic knowledge of how they thought, what the worldview was. Once we were inside their head, they couldn't get us out.
Sure.
And then we were running it, and they were telling us everything.
There was a lot of controversy about the enhanced interrogation techniques, the waterboarding and so forth and so on. From a guy who's been on the inside, do you need to do some harsh measures in order to get some information that might help save American lives?
I disagree with waterboarding. Going physical never works because interrogation occurs in the head. And the second you touch the person you're interrogating, the initiative is now with them. And so as long as you can, it sounds convoluted, but everybody has something they hold important. No matter what they could have been the highest Al-Qaeda leader yesterday. Now they're just a detainee. And there's something they will give everything for. And once you find that out, you're in.
On the subject of trying to find spies, what's your take on the whole NSA spying scandal? I mean, there's been reports that we've been listening in on German Chancellor Angela Merkel's cell phone. Of course, there's the phone records, the email records. What's your take on all that?
Nation spy, there's an old joke in the intelligence world that nations don't have friends, they have interest. So, yes, we spied on the Germans spy on us, the French spy on us. Everyone does it. It just becomes inconvenient when it goes public.
I see, okay. You've got a book coming out, right?
I do. It's called Human Chess, A Spy's Guide to Understanding and Influencing Others. And it's available right now. You can pre-order through my website, humanchess.co.
Okay. It sounds like it's kind of like a self-help guide if you want to try to get some information out of somebody.
It combines a little bit of statement analysis, human nature, and interviewing techniques.
Really interesting. All right, Chris Simmons. Well, good to have you on the program.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much. Very interesting line of work. It sounds like you've had a fascinating life. Appreciate it.
Been blessed
so far. Still to come right here on the